Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Mlb Dfs pre-lock live for Monday night. 9-game slate. We got 2 games going on right now, but it's 9 games. So welcome. YourFieldersChoice.com. $35 a month for 6 months. For anybody new that's watching, small sports is our specialty, of course, but we do MLB, and we're still our flagship, but we're still covering small sports. We got a lot going on, actually. Well, not too much. We have NBA and NHL playoffs tonight, showdowns, Montreal, Tampa, and then NBA is Clippers and Phoenix. Soccer Euros going on tomorrow. I think is Copa tonight. Adam has all that stuff. Wimbledon. I believe we had a cheat sheet out yesterday. Wimbledon just started, so check out our cheat sheet. It's probably one of the most advanced in the industry. If you know anything about our cheat sheets, it's right on target. What else we got? KBO baseball for all you early morning people. They've been that starts again tonight. They're off night yesterday. What else we got? All the esports, which Eric covers. Does a good job there. He has 2 or 3 articles a day, seems like, and then later on this week we'll have WNBA and so on. We're planning on doing also a golf show Wednesday night for the PGA tournament that starts Thursday morning. So we'll do something Wednesday for that here also. But it's MLB today. Once again, if anybody new, $35 a month, you get everything included, including all our top plays and our cheat sheets. Our cheat sheet was updated probably an hour ago, but it'll be updated again right before lock. And everything pretty much really hasn't changed anyways. For weather tonight, let me see. There was a cancellation today in the White Sox Twins games. So any people that are planning on playing Giolito and Cash, Nick's that game's been postponed. We do see, I just seen it come across a potential delay in St. Louis, which that's kind of news to me. Yeah, they're talking Storms are going to be very close to St. Louis, potential delay, but it should be west. Pitchers aren't really safe, but I really don't think we're looking at pitchers from that game anyways. But there is going to be some decent hitting environments tonight because of the heat today and the wind. Definitely in Boston, in Fenway Park, both Kansas City and Red Sox. I like both those teams say for offense. Winds blowing to center about 10 miles an hour, 90 degrees, humid. Yankee Stadium, it's warm. I believe wind is blowing out at Yankee Stadium, 9 miles an hour to left field. Mets Nationals game, wind is actually blowing out in Washington. The Mets implied is risen big time over this afternoon. So also the Mets are becoming popular. There's the Nationals are going to a bullpen game today. And it's pretty much, I guess, it. I said Boston, and yeah, and that's it. Say Dodgers, but that's more of a pitch. That's more of a pitching environment anyway. The Dodgers got wind blowing out, so pay attention to possibly St. Louis, and they're saying a lesser degree Detroit and Cleveland, but I don't see any postponement risk. Possibly a delay in St. Louis, Arizona. All right. Okay, so that's what we got for and then we got Vegas. Right now, let me see if anything's updated. Still should be Houston, probably the highest implied tonight. Houston, no, the Red Sox have actually jumped. Wow, the Red Sox have jumped up from they opened at 5.5 in total implied. Now they're at 6.2. So they are now the highest implied team on the slate. And the Houston has dropped a little bit. They're at home against the Orioles at 6. So they're your top two hitting teams tonight. Boston and Houston, not too far below them, though, is the Yankees, who've actually jumped up 0.7 of a point to 5.9. And I said the Mets actually jumped up a bit too. The Mets have gone from I think I'm up to a 5 now. They opened up like a 4-4. Okay, so and we'll see as we go along. We do want these Red Sox bats, want some Yankee bats, Indians, and the Royals. All right, so that's Vegas. Let's get into pitching right now. Right now, we're looking at our cheat sheet. It is without the White Sox game. So the two main pitchers right now, without Giolito now, it's going to be Freddie Peralta and Trevor Bauer. So if you're running cast, they're your two main pitchers on DK and FanDuel. And FanDuel is pretty much a toss-up, I think, between Bauer and Peralta. On DK, I'd probably lean Peralta if I'm only going to run one of them. Peralta just having, he's facing a Cubs team that's striking out over 35% of the time. Over the last 2 weeks, 35%. What else? Anthony Rizzo left last night's game with back tightness. So I'm assuming he is out today. I don't know if I've seen to see the Cubs come across yet. So yeah, Rizzo is out. He's elite strikeout. He's got 12.67 K per 9 rate, 0.86 whip, which means he's not letting a lot of people on a base paths, striking a lot of people out. So he's by far, I think he's by far head and shoulder above Bauer, me personally. Chicago has the fourth highest ISO, two right-handed pitchers, but they also have the highest strikeout rate, 29.6, and the lowest OBP of 261 righties. So run Peralta. The question is going to be, do you run Trevor Bauer as SB2, or you can go a little bit cheaper and go down to Kyle Hendricks and kind of game stack that pitching game. It's a $2,000 difference. Bauer's going to be the popular play. He's looking at probably 50% ownership. Hendricks is looking at about 22%. So you're going to get a little bit of a contrarian play if you go Hendricks. But probably more Bauer. Everybody's talking about his decreased spin rate and all that, but still he hasn't lost like Cole has. He gave up 3 homers in his last outing, but it was against San Diego, who can hit anybody. He's still right now is 11.42 K per 9, which is elite. That's over 101 101 innings, 343 Sierra. That's why Peralta is probably more the play on FanDuel, but he's $1,500 cheaper. But still, you look at me, Bauer's still elite play. If you want to look at Hendricks, I don't mind Kyle Hendricks. He's won his last 8 games, so which is actually pretty damn good considering how he actually started the season. He still has a 5.07 FIP, second highest in all of MLB, but pretty much his season's been split into 2 halves from opening day to early May. Let me see, he served up 10 home runs his first 5 games. He still kind of lives on the edges there with that, on the edge of the strike zone with that kind of subpar fastball velocity, but he's definitely now going deeper into games. He's striking out enough batters to make that salary usable, and he's going up against Milwaukee. I mean, he's Milwaukee. He's going up against a Milwaukee team that doesn't exactly have the greatest hitting environment. 5th highest strikeout percentage against righties for the last 2 weeks. So I would still rank them Peralta, Bauer, Hendricks. But if you want to be a little bit different, I'd have no problem if you went down Hendricks as your SP2. I'm going to try to use Bauer and go to 2, high price guys. But if I can't get all the bats I want, I can't find enough value, I wouldn't feel that bad going down to Kyle Hendricks. So they're your 3 main cash pitchers who I'd actually look at. There really isn't too many other guys I think they're even in play. Zach Greinke, maybe. I mean, he's pretty much you get a guaranteed win out of him. His strikeout rate's down though. He is a big favorite against Orioles. Minus 286, but he doesn't have a lot of upside. So I guess if anything, more of a cash play, but definitely not GPP play. But I guess Greinke can be viable if you don't like the other guys. And that's kind of it. Maybe Anthony DeSclafani for the Giants, but I like the Dodgers today. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'm even looking for. Maybe Morgan for the Indians as a definite, contrarian GPP. That's pretty much it. So that's all I have for pitching. So now Don Day said Morgan GPP. That's what means. I am seeing Morgan getting a little bit of, love, but is he in a good spot? I mean, anytime you're going up against the Tigers, I guess you're in a decent spot. The Tigers are hitting better than they were the first 2 months. I mean, Morgan, he's a righty. He's only 6'2". His last game was against the Cubs. He came up with 18 DK points. So not too bad. Gave up 4 hits. He had 9 Ks. Against Baltimore, he pitched only 3.2 innings, gave up 5 hits, only had 8 DK. And again, for that Toronto, he's -10. So he's been up and down. So he's not like a huge prospect, but I mean, he's probably for GPPs, he's definitely serviceable. I have seen some people talking about use him in some cash lineups, which I would probably definitely against. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it still is Detroit, but that's pretty much as far as I would go. I'm trying to see if I know. Yeah, that's all. I don't think I would even nail him in cash. But I do know people are using them. I've talked to people about an hour ago that said that they use them as their SP2, mainly because of that price of 6.2. But I'm not going to. I'm not taking that chance. You got a guy like Trevor Bauer, even a guy like Kyle Hendricks sitting there. Hendricks is even 3K more, but still, at least you're much safer with the Kyle Hendricks going against Milwaukee. All right. So any other questions for pitching? It's kind of a weird slate. You got 2 or 3 great pitchers, and then you pretty much have down to nothing. You may, catch somebody sleeping, and that may end up being a guy like Morgan against Detroit, who we know can actually lie down, and get 2 hit or something. All right. So that's our pitching. Going around the bases right now. Kitchen's not too bad tonight. Starts off with probably Gary Sanchez is going to be your popular play. I don't think if you're gonna go with a Bauer Peralta, yeah, I guess you can. I mean, I've made some lineups with them, but that's for using a couple of these punt plays. I wouldn't go no higher, even though I do like Sal Perez against Garrett Richards in Boston. I think Richards is pretty much broken especially with the new rules. I mean, he's even come out and said it. I do like Salvia, but I'm not going to pay that much. And I mean, Sanchez, as much as I don't like Sanchez as a player, and I'm a Yankee fan, I think he's in a good spot. You know, it's righty versus righty. He's going against Dylan Bundy in Yankee Stadium. It's warm, wind blowing out. He's got a reverse split, 220 ISO, 359 WOBA, and Bundy has been getting crushed on the right side by righty batters. 252 ISO, and Sanchez has a 5 for 16 BVP, 312 batting average. So Sanchez is your top player at catcher if you can get up to him. He's 4.7. His ownership is probably right now he's looking at around not much. I see him like around 15%. That's the latest I see. So if you can get to Sanchez, this is the first time this week I've actually been saying use Sanchez in cash. But I mean, the guy's hitting the ball. Go ahead and use him. He's probably going to be on 15-18% owned. If you can't get to Sanchez, I'd have no problem dropping down to, I love Max Stassi at 3-4, batting fifth against Mike King. Stassi is still, he's having a great season. He's got 407 WOBA against righties, 333 batting average against righties. I mean, he can get streaky. I mean, he can get hot. I mean, last month he's hitting 330, 4 homers. He hasn't done much in the last week. He's had 12 at bats in the last week. He's got maybe like 1 hit, but he's still in play. If not, I'm probably could drop all the way down to maybe Martin Maldonado because he's just in that environment for Houston's in a really good spot tonight at home against Eishelman. They're my top stack today. So Martin Maldonado would be in play. Batting ninth though. He's 3K. So if he was 2K, I'd probably be more apt to use him. Maldonado is, kind of a boom or bust. Usually it'd be a home run or a 0. That's pretty much Christian. You get Christian Vasquez, I guess. What's Vasquez? He's like 3.8. I could dig using Vasquez, he's batting 6.39, so he's batting 6th against Danny Duffy. Duffy gives up a lot of hard contact fly balls. Vasquez actually hitting 310 over his last 20 games, with wind blowing out. Or Arizona, so Stephen Vaught is not catching. I have Stephen Vaught down. Maybe Dalton Varsho, 2-2 against Wade LeBlanc. LeBlanc's terrible. This is going to be his first game starting this year. Varsho may get you 5 to 7 DK points. So there's not too many punts here tonight. So to me, it's either staying at Yankee game with Stassi or Sanchez, or maybe go to Christian Vasquez. It's pretty much all I'm seeing at catcher. So with Stassi being 3.4 and Vasquez being 3.9, Vasquez usually actually, I mean, he's got bad splits against lefties this year. So I don't know, man. I still think it's a good spot. So I probably rank him Sanchez, Vasquez, and Stassi actually. So if you get the Sanchez, use him. If you can't, maybe like a Vasquez. Will Smith question. Yeah, definitely Will Smith GP. I'm usually the Will Smith guy. I'm not really on him tonight, even though if I'm going to use anybody against Disclafani, I can never get his name right. It's usually lefties, because he gets hit hard by the lefties. I would use Will Smith in a stack, if anything, a Dodger stack. So I mean, he's got 236 ISO, 416 WOBA against righties. Smith does hit righties better, but the pitcher actually pitches to righties much better than lefties, obviously. So GPP only. We've got this kid for the Mets, Mazaika. Actually, I just seen that pop up. That's a punt play, and I honestly don't know much about Patrick Mazaika. He's only 2K. I honestly haven't even paid much attention to him this whole time. So, and he's been around, but honestly, I don't know much about him. I haven't even played him. So, punt play. That's pretty much it for there. I said Omar Navarez, I guess, against Hendricks, but I have too much respect for Hendricks. Use him for anything but GBP. All right, so let's catch him. Now we'll get around to the real stuff. First baseman, Shohei Ohtani is your play. He's a core play. You get him anywhere, either play him at first base or outfield, but he needs to be in your lineup. I'm probably going to play him at first base today. I think first base is a lot. Outfield's more stacked than first is tonight. Otani's going against Michael King. Michael King's a sinker ball pitcher. Otani crushes sinkers. This a definite could be a spot for Otani to go yard tonight. 387 ISO, 434 WOBA. This guy's just totally crushing. He's got 25 homers on a year, 59 ribbies, 10 homers his last month. So Otani's your play at first base. I do like Jared Walsh if you're doing GVPs. Walsh is only 4.4 now. But remember, Otani's dropped to 5K. So it's Walsh only $600 cheaper. But Walsh is crushing righties at probably even better rate than Otani. 328 ISO, 448 WOBA, and 330 batting average. So I had no problem playing Walsh in that spot in GVPs, but I'm going to be on Otani. Carlos Santana for the Royals, because I like all the Royals tonight, going against Garrett Richards. Richards is just horrible. Anybody else? And Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso for the Mets. I think Alonso's in a really good spot too. So if I ended up using like Otani in the outfield, I would end up going with Alonso or a guy like a Jared Walsh in first base, which I probably won't end up doing. Anybody else I'd like from my article? I do like Christian Walker. He's back clean up today against Wade LeBlanc. He's only 3-1. He hit 290 over the last week with 3 homers. I just think Wade LeBlanc's just a gas can. So Walker is a decent play against the 3-1. But that's pretty much it. There's nobody like I feel like I have to have. Maybe like a Ryan Mountcastle against Greinke. But I really have too much respect. I said too much respect for Greinke to use too many guys against him. So to me, it's going to be Otani. If you can't, then it'd be Alonso or Jared Walsh. And that's pretty much it for first base. Bradley for Cleveland, GVPs. He's kind of boomer bust going up against Manning. Matt Muncy. I'd rather use a Matt Muncy than a Will Smith against the Giants pitcher. I'm just going to say Giants pitcher. I'm not going to keep saying Descafani. I guess that's right. But Muncy's actually is in a good spot. But we also know Descafani can shut you down too. So pretty much it. Luke Voigt. Voigt's up to 4.7 now. Bobby Dalbec. Maybe these are all GPP plays. Maybe Hunter Dozier going up against Garrett Richards. He's only 2.9. Dozier, I guess, isn't a bad play for GPPs. Gurriel, I guess, going against Eichelman. But it's a righty on righty. I'd rather use Gurriel against a lefty. But whatever. It's all about Otani and Cash. And these other guys, plug them in if you're making stacks, game stacks of teams, or anything like that. But let's get Otani in your lineup. FanDuel, actually, I would probably use Voigt. If I can get Voigt, it's only 2.6 on FanDuel. So FanDuel's a different story. I'll probably use Voigt and then use Otani like an outfield. All right, so if you're playing FanDuel, look at Luke Voigt. All right, second base. Right now, our ownership is looking at 2 players on DK, Jeff McNeil at 25% ownership. And then you got a couple of guys, Luis Renigro for the Angels, 18%, Kike Hernandez, 15%. I have no problem using Jeff McNeil. My problem is, though, he just hasn't done anything since he came off the IL. Eventually, I mean, this could be a good spot for him. He's going up against the Nationals bullpen game. But, I mean, he's a good price at 3.5. But, he hasn't had a hit now in the last 5 games. One guy I've been on all week. He's not going to win GVP. He's not going to hit your home runs. But I love David Fletcher still leading off for the Angels and only 2.5 against Mike King. I have no problem going to Fletcher, and I may end up using him in my cash lineup tonight. Fletcher's now hitting 12 straight. So, he's averaging like 8 DK points, 6, 7, 8. But still, at 2.5, I'll take that, definitely. I'll take that 2 or 3, 3 or 4 times for a guy like David Fletcher at 2.5. I know this Luis Renigro usually is more popular than Fletcher, but he's batting 8th. It's not like he's got a lot of power either. He had a home run like a week ago, but he's got more power than Fletcher, but not much. So I'd rather go Fletcher. Kiki's not bad. He's leading off tonight against Danny Duffy, and especially in a good hitting environment in Boston, and he's 3.6. But even Fletcher, you're saving $1,100. So if the money, if you get down to a play and money means something, I have no problem going Fletcher over Kiki. It looks like McNeil's gonna be a popular play. A couple other guys, Willie Castro, I always like, don't mind using him. He's always cheap. He's got a little bit of pop to him. Pay up, of course, Altuve's there. smash spot at home against Eshelman. 268 ISO against righties. I do like DJ LeMahieu tonight. I just think he's probably still is overpriced, but DJ is waking up. 7 hits over his last 3 games. He's now batting .318 over his last 20 with 4 homers, 4 doubles, and a plus matchup against Dylan Mundy. So, but he's 5.5. I mean, DJ should be like 4 or 5 right now, the way he's been hitting. But I think it's probably name only. But I do like DJ tonight. I'm just probably not gonna be able to get that high. And that's it. I put Cesar Hernandez as a mid-range play, but Hernandez isn't really hitting. He's nobody I like there. I think it's pretty much it for cash. Yeah, that's it. It's pretty much Kiki, McNeil, or David Fletcher to me. One of those 3. And if anything, I'll take the guy that's $1,000 cheaper in Fletcher. All right, that's second base. Third base. Oh, I'm not feeling another play here is Marwin Gonzalez. He's not a power hitter. You can play Gonzalez a second or short. But one thing that kind of jumped out at me against Gonzalez, he's 11 for 25 lifetime against Danny Duffy. So and Gonzalez is only like 2.5, I think. So you can sneak Gonzalez in there too. So actually to be different in stacks, he's 2.9. So Gonzalez, I guess, is in play also. He's hitting 8. If you want to do it kind of a bend around stack, you got Michael Chavis at 3.7. But Chavis is too boomer and bust for me for cash. All right, this is where it gets interesting at third base. To me, the pay up tonight is Jose Ramirez. Ramirez is in a really good spot. A lot of people are on Anthony Rendon. To me, Rendon just hasn't done nothing to be a cash play, yet. I think Ramirez actually is in a smash spot against Matt Manning. 412 ISO, 399 WOBA, 40% hard contact against righties, while Manning, who doesn't miss any bats, is going to 53% hard contact to lefties. So Ramirez is your pay up at 5.5. Now, I'm either going to go with Ramirez. I'm probably going to drop all the way down to the Royals called up Emmanuel Rivera today. He's batting 6th at 2K. Rivera's, he's a decent prospect. He's like 25 years old. He's been in AAA. I just saw he's got a slash at 282, 337, 593 with 14 home runs, 11 doubles, and 193 plate appearances. So he's got some power. He doesn't walk much. Like none of these Royal prospects walk, but he doesn't strike out much either. So he's always been like a mid-range prospect, but he's actually hit enough this year in AAA where to give him a chance here. He's been in Omaha. I think he's a good spot, 2K, because as I said, Garrett Richards is a gas can. He's totally lost it. If you look at any of his recent starts, and right now he's got a 5.31 xFIP. K percentage of only 18%, giving up 50% hard contact, which is crazy for a guy like Garrett Richards. He's definitely being, and he's even said he's being bothered by this whole, by the new rules. His spin rate is down. So I like our Royals tonight. So I have no problem going Rivera at 2K if that's going to get me up to like a Peralta Bauer pairing and as my pitchers. Any other third baseman? I do like, you said, I like Heimer Candelario for Detroit, batting 5th at only 3K. Against Eli Morgan. I do like Eduardo Escobar for Arizona, as long as their lineup is out. Is Escobar in the lineup? He's batting 3rd. He was 6 for 12 over the weekend against the Padres, so he's hot. Home run, 6 ribbies. And he's much better in his career against righties. Against lefties. And he's going up against Wade LeBlanc, who's a gas can. So I have no problem with Escobar, but either another Diamondback you could use is Astrobal Cabrera. He's only 2.5. So Cabrera's actually, that's a pretty damn cheap price for Astrobal. He's batting 5th against LeBlanc. That puts Cabrera in play also at 2.5. So if you're kind of worried about this Emmanuel Rivera, I guess you can go up to Astrobal, who's definitely can, he's got some pop. He can, I've used him over the years and won shit with him. So I guess he's a play. I just Matt Rosario was sitting in there too, I guess. That's shortstop. But Yeah, that's it for third down. So to me, it's either go up to J Ram or drop all the way down to Manuel Rivera, or maybe now Asdrubal Cabrera. Any questions on third base? Devers or Ramirez GPP? Probably J Ram. Let me look at Devers. I mean, J Ram's got the 311 ISO, 372 WOBA against righties, and I said Manny gives up a lot of hard contact. Devers, I mean, yeah, if he was going up against a righty, Devers has struggled a little bit against lefties this year. I mean, 148 ISO, 332 WOBA. Said Duffy can give up hard contact. He's just coming back from being banged up. I mean, Devers is hot, though, 350 over his last week. But still, J Ram's only hitting 110 last week. I still think J Ram's probably a better GBP play, but you could definitely run Devers out there. All right, shortstop. Looking at our projections, Xander Bogaerts is on both DK and FanDuel the top play. If I can get Bogaerts in my lineup today, I'm getting Bogaerts in my lineup. I'm not sure if I can, but it's going to be tough, but he's by far the top play. Looking at his numbers, I mean, I just lost him. 213 ISO, 436 WOBA, 350 batting average against lefties. And it says Daniel Duffy, hitting environment tight and Fenway. He's your top play if you can get to him. If not, I'm probably going to drop all the way down to a guy like Paul DeJong. DeJong is way too cheap at 2.9. He hasn't had a great season, but he's got pop, especially against righties, and he's probably going to catch more ownership than we're showing right now. We're showing him I'm only seeing him at like 8%. I think what's all said and done is going to be higher. Bogaerts is the play. Gavin Lux at 3.7's in play. Gleyber Torres always catches ownership, even though I don't understand it because he's playing terrible. But maybe Robel Garcia. Where's Robel Garcia? Garcia is banned 8th tonight. I guess, I mean, he's in play possibly at 3K with GBPs. Correa, of course, for Houston, especially you want him part of your stacks. If you're going to stack Houston, definitely. Trey Turner against Eichhoff. I mean, yeah, definitely. But to me, I'm all about Bogaerts, so I guess I'm going to probably go down to Paul DeJong and hope DeJong loses one tonight. So, and this is a good setup for DeJong to hit a home run tonight. If he hits one, DeJong's either going to hit a home run, probably go for 4, which is not a cash play, but we got to find value somewhere. So, if not, then once again, to me, Bogaerts is the play. Anybody else I'm missing? Not really. Baez is dropped way down to 3.9. He's going up against Freddie Peralta. So, you can play Marwin Gonzalez at shortstop also. Nick Ahmed at 3. That's another play, 3-1. He's always a solid cash play. 360 WOBA, 28 batting average against lefties. So I wouldn't mind using Nick Ahmed, I guess. I mean, DeJong's probably a better DFS player because he's got more pop. He can lose one. But, I like Nick Ahmed. I have no problem going there. Like I said, Gavin Lux also a lefty for the Dodgers. He can always definitely, he can hit a home run. He's had 3 homers in his last month, 6 homers on the season. But it's Bogaerts. It's all about Bogaerts tonight if you get up there. If not, I guess it's gonna be like a Paul DeJong. Can we play Asdrubal at shortstop? No, he's first base third. Damn it. If we could play Asdrubal, that's where I'd play him. All right, so that's shortstop. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I'm not. Okay, outfield. Outfield right now, looking at projections, ownership-wise, the top ownership we're looking at is Ohtani again, if you don't play him at first. Akil Baddoo's going to be really popular tonight. He's only 3K. He's probably going to end up in my cash lineup because of his price. He's leading off. He's a decent enough hitter. This kid Morgan's been crushed by lefty bats, and Baddoo, he's got 259 ISO, 4.6 WOBA against righties. So Baddoo's probably one of your top value plays. He's gonna be popular. Cody Bellinger, definitely. Cody Bellinger's only 3.9. Now he's waking up. He's had home runs in 2 straight games. He's facing Descaffiani, who gets hurt by lefty bats, if anybody. He's in play. Hunter Renfroe is another guy I'm not seeing. Renfroe should be batting fifth tonight, right? Renfroe's batting fifth against Danny Duffy. And quietly, he is hitting 380 over the last week, 320 over the last 30 days. So Hunter Renfroe is also in play at 3-7. Michael Conforto's in play for the Mets tonight. And no, he's not, because Michael Conforto's not in the starting lineup. Never mind. So scratch Conforto. All the Astros are in play, of course. Alvarez is probably your top play. Kyle Tucker's in play. Michael Brantley's in play. Kyle Schwarber still is in play. I'm going to have to name all these guys. These are all the normal outfields that we play every night. I'm really interested in JD Martinez tonight against the Southpaw. I love to play JD, especially a game like tonight. A guy like Duffy who allows hard contact and fly balls. If I can get JD in my lineup, I'm going to go there. I believe Jorge Soler is going to catch ownership tonight. I think he's batting actually second tonight, which actually is a pretty good spot for me. He's batting second against Garrett Richards. He hasn't hit a home run now, and it seems like forever, but he's only 3-4. I know he's going to get some ownership there. So Soler's in play. Said Richards gives up a lot of power, so this could be a game for Soler to lose one if he's gonna. Ryan O'Hearn's only 2-9, batting fifth tonight. So O'Hearn, I guess, if you want to punt, is in play. There's a bunch of ways you can go. I honestly haven't made my cash lineup yet, but I'll probably end up having one of Baddoo or Soler in my lineup. Probably Baddoo's. I think he's going to because of his ownership. We'll take it from there. Okay, that's pretty much the outfielders. There's so many ways to go. I have my top plays. I have my top value plays there. I don't think I missed anybody. We talked about the Astros. Of course, you get the Yankees, Judge and Stanton, but they're expensive. It's gonna be hard to get to them if you're going to use Peralta and Bauer. So, all right, you guys, any questions on outfielders? No. My top stacks are, of course, the Astros, Red Sox, Royals, and I love the Yankees tonight. I think the Yankees are in a good spot against Dylan Bundy. So this could be a game where the Yankees are all going to strike out. We're all going to hit bombs tonight. So GVP only for the Yankees, but they're in a good spot against Dylan Bundy. All right. I think that's it beside Prize Picks. If anybody has any questions, let's run over to Prize Picks. Code YFC. I have 3 Prize Picks as of right now. Cody Bellinger over 1.5 hits and walks, hit/walks. So he needs at least two hits or walks, hits or walks. I have Merrifield over 1.5 total bases. Good spot tonight against Garrett Richards. So if he hits two singles or double or more, you got it. And I have Jordan Alvarez over 1.5 total bases. That should be easy for Alvarez to get also. So Bellinger over 1.5 hits and walks. Merrifield over 1.5 total bases, or Alvarez over 1.5 total bases. And that's it for Prize Picks. All right, so any questions? No, so let's go through it really quick. Bauer, Peralta are my top 2 pitchers. Sanchez, top catcher. Ohtani, top first baseman. I like Fletcher at second, third base, Ramirez, Revere, or Astribble. Shortstop like Bogarts or DeJong. And the outfield, there's so many of them. Alvarez, Schwarber, Tucker, Cody Bellinger, this Price, Akil Baddoo, Ryan O'Hearn, Jorge Soler. Got plenty of time, half hour for a lock. If you guys want to have any questions, that is it for tonight. Thank you, John Moff, my producer, and out of here. Deuces.